We are live.
Live. We are live and here to talk about off-road vehicles, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, Jeeps, motorcycles. Any type of talk about those things, we'll take a chance on it. So we got one watching.
That's me.
That's you. Well, thank you for watching.
I do what I can.
There you
Oh, we
go.
got Chad here.
Hey, Chad, that was quick.
Chad's got a four-door Jeep.
Sweet.
Man, I saw yesterday. No, it wasn't yesterday. It was a couple days ago. This guy pulled up in a Jeep. Had a roof rack on top, fuel can strapped to it. He had a aluminum trailer that he was towing that was one of those little camping setups. He had a gas stove, propane. The top had the tent, the pop out tent that folds out up top. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah.
And they put all his groceries and stuff in the back. He had winch, lifted, tires. That thing was set up.
Sweet.
Yep.
Well, I have a jumping jack that I take my four-wheelers out on. That's a nice little rig, but I went and bought myself a toy hauler because I'm getting old and I really want comfort. So I am no longer the tent kind of guy. I am an old timer. I'm ashamed, but I'll be comfortable.
Tell you what, Chad, though, that there's a lot of guys that have their daily drivers and they still go out and they don't do any like hardcore four wheeling, but they hit the dirt trails, dirt roads, go up and go camping. So,
Yeah, my country, there's a lot of that goes on because it's Nevada. And you can pretty well go anywhere you want. BLM land, very little restriction.
Yeah, so you got all your BLM. The one that we have been to is Winnemucca Sand Dunes. They call it Little Diamond in the Rough. Unknown gem. A lot of people don't know it's there.
It's kind of hidden behind a mountain range, a little ridge. And it's supposed to be, as far as square miles, one of the biggest sand dunes. There's a lot out there. And we're headed there in a couple weeks.
Yep.
Gonna go have some fun.
And then, of course, there's the famous Sand Mountain.
Yeah.
People say be careful of going there on the weekends, or not the weekends, but it's the holidays. That place gets packed. And
and the time. Sorry, go ahead.
And if you don't want to go ride the dunes, or maybe you need a break from it, you could always put your normal knobbies on, and they say there's quite a few trails that you can go out and explore.
Chad says he has a CT200 mini bike, Coleman.
That's where I got started, the old mini bikes.
Yeah. Yeah. The problem with Sand Mountain is most of the people that go there are hot rodders. If you have a couple kids, like my grandkids, your daughters, it's kind of dangerous for them the way those people ride there. It's all about hot rodding there.
They like to party.
Yeah. They got a guy that lives just down the street here that is there every chance he gets. He's got big fifth wheel with all the pop outs. And
yeah, I think one of the other spots is it Moon Rock, that's just south of Pyramid Lake. Is it Moon Rock? Is that what I'm thinking of?
Moon Rocks, yeah.
Yeah. So that's just north of Reno. Supposed to be some technical rock climbing, trail riding, a little bit of sand, I think, as well.
We're gonna have to check that one out.
Oh yeah, I've seen that, Chad. He was asking if we ever watched the big jacked up trucks trying to make it through the mud holes competitions on YouTube. Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah, the mud boggers.
But,
I know a guy here in town that does that for fun.
But I think too, what interests me is just the back roads, the BLM, the old mining roads that lead into the old ghost towns. I think, and the old ghost mine sites would be cool to go. It'd be a cool adventure to go on. And I think Carson City has 2 other places that you can go out and ride.
Yeah, we used to, Rob, who's not here right now, and a couple other guys, we used to just hop on our four-wheelers right outside of town here and take off for the day and just find trails.
Right.
And we'd load up with some brats, some refreshments, and we'd get some sagebrush, start a fire. We had our little sticks and we'd cook our brats over the fire when it came time to eat. Oh, we had some good times out there just riding around.
Mm-hmm.
It's better than sitting in the house like we are right now.
Yep, and they have some off-road races that leave out of Vegas. I think there's a couple of them.
Yes.
One is the Vegas to Reno, and then I can't remember the other ones.
I can never keep track of their names, but when I was in law enforcement, we had to block. We set up stations at the Highway 80. They had to cross the highway, and what they do is when they came in, we would watch the highway and give them permission to cross the highway, and we had to keep time on them so that it was fair for everybody. You know, somebody wouldn't be sitting there for 10 minutes when somebody else is only sitting for 1 minute. And it was kind of fun because you watch those motorcycles come in there hauling butt. And you remember Vinny,
Mm-hmm.
He used to do those races.
Right. Yeah, now they have the UTV class.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Sweet. Maybe we ought to do one with your Can-Am.
Yeah, they do. They have the passenger as a spotter, and the driver.
What do you spot?
They have a GPS mapping system on the dashboard, and then they warn the driver of any hazards or what type of turn that's coming up.
Gotcha. We should do one just for the fun.
Mm-hmm.
Not to tear up your rig, but just.
I think no matter what, you're going to tear a rig up. And there's so much money that goes into that. It would be fun if you had sponsors and all that, but there's a lot of time and money that goes into racing.
I'll sponsor you. I think I got $10.
I need about 50 grand.
I'll sponsor you when I croak. How's that?
All right. Let's see. What else we got in Nevada?
Oh, we got a lot of stuff in Nevada. Oh, shoot. There, I saw one time, gosh, I don't know where I saw it, but it was a map of all the ghost towns. And there was a loop you could do on off-road vehicles where you could hit about 4 of them. And, in 2 weeks, we're going to have our metal detecting expert on, and that would be cool. Take the off-road vehicles with the metal detector.
Yep. And Chad said he has a 606 Scorpion go-kart waiting for a Predator 420 to put on it.
Wow.
I'd like to find a mud hole for it.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, I can find you a mud hole. I can find.
Where did you guys do the big long trail ride, the weeks? You go out for a week and you ride the trail and you tent camp when it gets close to dark. Was that Utah or Colorado?
That trail, the Paiute Trail's in Utah.
That's in Utah.
Yeah.
I always thought that would be interesting to go do.
Oh. That's some fun right there.
Yeah.
The cool thing about it is we had a different campsite every night. We'd get up in the morning, fix breakfast. No big hurry because we're just out there cruising around, and we'd bust down camp, take tents down, and everything. I think it's around 10 o'clock. We'd finally get going, and we'd travel till about 4 in the afternoon. And around about 4, we started looking for another campsite,
Right.
and we'd set up another camp. One time, right on the edge of a high mountain lake, a natural lake, and well, we kind of went and took a bath in the lake. That was a great trip.
Do you know what the laws and regulations are in Nevada for? I mean, do you have to wear helmets on four-wheelers?
I don't think so. I'll check that, but I don't think you have to on the ATV out
But
there in the sand dunes.
but you got to be green stickered.
You got to have a permit, a license, whatever you want to call them, and Nevada accepts all the other states. So if you've got one in California, it's good in Nevada.
Gotcha. Yeah, in California, it's helmets all around for everybody.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's UTV, ATV, dirt bikes. The only exception would be the buggies. You don't need a helmet for the buggies.
And when they say buggies, what qualifies them as a buggy? A Razor wouldn't qualify, would it?
No, that's considered a UTV.
Okay.
See, California, at one time when the UTVs first started coming out, you didn't need to wear a helmet. But there was a lot of people suing the ATV companies because people were getting hurt.
Right.
So then the UTV folks said, okay, well, to fix that, we're going to make everybody wear helmets. Helmets
Yep.
are required to drive these vehicles. So California had to follow that.
Yeah. And Chad, no, in Utah, the Paiute Trail, it's all free. You don't have to pay a penny. And the cool thing about running that trail is the trail is set up, it goes from town to town. And these towns allow ATVs, four-wheelers, motorcycles, whatever, all the off-road stuff to drive on the roads without having a license. But the roads are marked which ones you can ride on, and you can get to grocery stores, gas station, restaurants on these roads, and then back out into the mountains again. So you didn't have to pack a week's worth of food. You packed a couple days worth because you're going to hit another town and you just go shopping again. It's really nice. It's a fun thing to do for a week.
Yeah, the places in California that I've ridden would be one of my favorite places is the Dumont Dunes.
Oh, I love Dumont Dunes.
Yeah, you went with us last year.
Yep.
What do you think? What was your first impression of it? Like when you drove up?
Wow.
And you pulled into the camp for the first time.
Wow. Because it's like a mountain range of pure sand.
And steep.
And there's some steep ones, yes.
Yeah.
And I even went, wow, again the next morning when the wind had taken away all of the tracks. There was no more tracks out on the sand dunes. It was all fresh. It was like somebody went out there and raked it all up.
Right.
Yeah, I was impressed. I wasn't too impressed with the wind at night when I was trying to sleep in that tent.
That was out of the years that we've been there, that was the worst.
Yeah, it was. I'll bet you it was 50-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah, the year prior, I think we might have had one day that had a little bit of wind.
Yeah, 2 weeks after getting home, I was still finding sand in places where there shouldn't be sand. I still got Dumont sand in the back of my pickup.
Yeah, I think I do too. But yeah, and you didn't get to experience it because of the accidents that had happened out there. But we usually take a day or two, put the knobbies on and go out on the desert trails. and go check out the old mines.
Yeah, we need to get metal detectors.
Yeah. And then we actually took a day too, and you can ride up into the wildernesses by trail that ride through the washes. So, you know, I don't think they're too worried about riding on the trails in the wilderness in those washes, because every year they get, you know,
washed
and everything gets erased.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can, I think that was a 60-mile round trip that we took.
Wow. And Chad, up at the Paiute Trail System in Utah, I think, and I'm trying to remember, I think all of the trails that are built into that system measure out to 700 miles plus, a little over 700 miles. I should look on the internet and see what it says. I haven't seen it, looked at it in a long time, but there, you can just go. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I would say Dumont as well is a great place to take family with kids.
Yes.
Because even if you had someone that was scared to go up the steep dunes, you can still ride the flats all the way around that sand ridge. And then you can actually, there's like a canyon in between the ridge that takes you to Comp Hill that's pretty much flat as well.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Chad asked, "What? That's crazy. What happens if you break down?" Well, you don't do it by yourself.
Right.
You always have to. You need to do stuff like that with the buddy, and just go to the town and get help. What we did is we built a tow bar that we could attach to all the four-wheelers and tow ourselves in if one of our rigs break down. And mine did. I stuck a branch through my coolant hose, but it was right at where it attached to the engine, and we set up camp because set up camp a little early, got under there and took the hose off, cut the puncture out, and there was just barely enough hose we could stretch it and get it hooked back up. Yeah, that's how we got it to go until we found our camping spot was duct tape. And but I got it fixed. It looked like it was going to hold good, and it did. And we filled it up with water. That's all we had. And when we got to the next town, bought some coolant, drained the water, and filled it up, and we finished the trip. So you got to take some tools, that's for sure, if you're going to go on a trip like that.
And always take someone with you that is a MacGyver, that can fix anything.
Yeah, that
with
helps.
Anything.
Yeah. But that's kind of when you do that a lot, most of the guys are that way. I know Brian can do it. I can do it. Rob loves to do that kind of stuff. If you start doing it, he'll take the tools away from you and finish the job, and you can kick back and drink a beer and watch him fix the stuff for you. So, yeah, it's I've got a trailer that I pulled behind my Grizzly, and that's where the tents and the cool chests and everything went in. In fact, I packed most of Rob's stuff in the trailer, my stuff, and Scott's stuff in there. I had the trailer. We just loaded it up, and I built that trailer from scratch. Bought a brand new torsion axle and framed it up, and it worked great. Bought the axle so that the tires ran directly behind the four-wheeler tires. So if we got into snow, it tracked really good. And it's setting out back right now. It was a good deal having that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go on YouTube and figure out how to fix everything, right?
That's right. One thing with the UTVs that people don't really think about. Yeah. Hey, is your homework done?
Thanks, Chad.
Thanks, Chad.
Chad just yelled at.
Yeah, Chad says you need to do your homework. What was I saying? I lost.
We were talking about fixing anything out on the trail.
With the UTVs, it is always good to have a logbook or write it in your operator's manual of some error codes that could happen out on the trail, because I don't think in the operator's manual that you can find those. You actually have to look on the web, like if you have a misfire or if you have like some kind of a fault, the display will show some kind of an error, and you won't know how to, you don't even know what to look for if you don't have that code.
She don't have homework, but yeah, I have a feeling that if she was actually saying that, it would be, thank you with my daily routine.
And then also with the UTVs is more than likely someone is going to burn a belt. Generally in the sand, the trails aren't too bad, but if it happens, you always need a spare belt.
Yeah, I bought that kit that you suggested.
Yep.
Yeah, I got it in the other room. Packs a belt plus the tools to put the belt on. Well, it actually fits 2 belts. So we'll mount that when we get up to the dunes.
Yeah.
Rob and I were talking about when we get up there, if we got phone reception, we're going to have a around the campfire talk over a beer session out in the dunes. So,
and it wouldn't hurt for those folks too to practice in the garage before they go, to make sure they know how to replace the belt.
Yeah, I got you.
Because the Can-Ams and the Polarises, they both have different ways of expanding the clutch, so you can get the belt on or off. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you should practice that when you have a beer and an air conditioner, huh?
Mm-hmm. And YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, and YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, take the parts that you need, or you think you're going to break or you've broken in the past. It doesn't hurt to take more than you need.
I always take more than I need.
Something else you could do too is it would be really smart to get one of those spot devices. I think Garmin sells one. I think it's a $5 a month subscription, and you can set preset text messages in it that deliver to, I think it's like 4 or 5 different contacts. So you can have it set for like, we are in camp, or we're safely in camp. You can have another one saying that we're running late. But yeah, and then it has the emergency one too. So if you get in trouble, you can hit that, and that will alert search and rescue and all the first responders to come out and save you. But
those are like satellite text messaging, isn't it?
Yeah. They work that way. You can get the higher dollar ones. You can actually send whatever text message you want through them. They link to your phone. I think the cheapest one, I want to say, is like around $100. Monthly plan is about $5-10 a month, and then you can turn on or off the service too. So, for someone that maybe rides only in the summertime, the summer months, you can have that spot active during that time, and then in the winter you can actually shut that service off, so you're not having to pay the extra cost.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So if you are stuck riding by yourself, and maybe you got a weird schedule that your friends can't go ride with you, maybe that's another option.
Yeah, that's one thing in this country. You really don't want to go by yourself without any contacts. Nevada has fatalities all the time because people will get out there. You could have 100-degree weather during the day, and the sun goes down and it drops below freezing. So you got to be very, very careful. And if you're not used to this country, you can see a long, long way. You can see lights out there, a ranch house, and you think, oh, yeah, I can walk to that, but it's 20 miles away. And it's hard for a human being to walk 20 miles in the dark. And you got to be careful. The country can kill you. Mother Nature's pretty ornery. You got to remember the devil's numbers, 666. You can die. You can die in 6 hours if you don't have shelter. You can die in 6 days if you don't have water, and you can die in 6 weeks if you don't have food. So in survival, they tell you, okay, the first one is 6 hours. So shelter's the most important. And there's not a lot of shelter out there in the desert if you don't know what you're doing. So you got to be careful.
Right. Yeah, Dumont, you can see the Vegas lights.
Yeah, and how far away is that?
Yeah, that's like a 2 hour drive, probably at least.
And it tricks you out there. You think it's just a couple miles. Yeah, the air is so clear, and that's why they call Nevada out away from the towns, the big skies. There's a heck of a lot more stars up in the skies than people realize when you get out away from the town lights and that. And the air is so clear that light 20 miles away looks like a mile away. And we've had people out here that take off walking for that ranch house, and 3 days later they're still walking.
Yep. Let's see. We were talking about California. I've never been to Pismo, but Pismo is a real popular spot for people to go off-roading, sand riding.
Is that Pismo Beach or just Pismo? What state?
Pismo Beach, California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's one of the areas that you can actually go out and camp on the sand and the beach, and you can actually ride your vehicles like in the water if you choose to do so, of the ocean, the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, it looks like Chad has taken a few outdoor classes, because you're exactly right. That's how you aim the reflection.
That's right.
There was an ATV sand dunes, not ATV sand dunes, but sand dunes in Utah. I think they called it red sands. The sand is red. And I was thinking that would be a cool one for us to check out one of these years.
To what Chad was talking about, I've actually used Copenhagen lid with the V and the finger to signal. Works pretty good.
Yeah, we should probably do a show one of these days on survival tips.
You were going to do a zombie or a bug out show, weren't you?
Yeah, we were talking about that. Little things that you can do on a daily basis at home, just with no big deal. You're preparing for a week of blackout or something, and just the little things that you can do. Like, we should have a show like that. Like, one of the things that I do is, the soap, when it gets to be those little itty bitty slivers that you hate and you throw away, I set them up on the sink and let them dry out, and I put them in a baggie. When the Ziploc baggie gets filled with those, I put them on the shelf, and those are what I use for soap, because your number one killer is going to be infections if something really happens. So that's just kind of like a highlight of what we'd probably do. But that would be a good one.
Yep. Also, there's a lot of forest trail riding in California that it can actually get you up in the pines. And then if you go down a little lower, you can get in the brush type trails. I know there's everything from full size 4x4s to trails that are limited only to ATVs, and then there are trails that are limited only to motorcycles as well. Lots and lots of those riding areas. I think Hollister is one. Fout Springs on the Mendocino is another. We took a ride up to Hogs Back Ridge just out of Chico, That was a good ride. And I need to get out and explore more of the trail riding that is offered here in California.
Yeah, in Idaho, you got to be careful what rig you buy because most of their trails are 50 inches width and smaller, where the Razor qualifies, but the Ranger doesn't.
Right. Yep. And you have to be careful what tires that you put on your rig too, because they'll actually measure from your tire tread to tire tread for the 50 inches or less. And yours is exactly 50 inches with the tires that you have on it.
And how would you know that?
Because that's how they sell them.
Or because I bought yours. Yes, he wanted to get a faster rig, so I bought his Razor and he bought a Can-Am. I'm old. I don't need speed.
Yeah, you do a lot of trail riding though too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. If I have somebody that wants to go hunting with me, then I'll take the Razor. If I'm just going by myself, I'll take my Grizzly. Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, title and registrations have all been swapped over.
Speed versus torque.
Yeah, that Grizzly, my 660 Grizzly, I can get that into some spots. I've drug some elk out. That a friend of mine, his brother-in-law and kid shot a couple elk, and they were cutting it up in quarters to try to pack it out. And I got my Grizzly right next to them. We loaded them up, and hauled the elk right to the back of the pickup. They were pretty happy. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I like my Grizzly.
So, another state that I ride in every year is Oregon, and we normally go to Winchester Bay.
I want to go there.
I would have to say that is like my second favorite place. I would say just due to that it's a small riding area. I mean, you could ride the whole area, the perimeter of the area in maybe less than an hour. And you could ride the whole area within a day easily. But you can't beat the view of sitting up on a sand dune overlooking the Pacific coast. Up in the pine trees that that are just covered with sand. And there's sand trails that go up into the pines, and you have to weave yourself in and out of the trees while riding these trails.
Sandy said that she will be home in time for the show at 5:00.
Well, good deal. Yeah, we're actually going to take it live here in about an hour and open up the live chat.
I'll be right back. All right.
Okay. Let's see what else we got for Oregon. Another spot I want to go ride in Oregon is Coos Bay. Winchester Bay, they say, has some of the steeper, higher elevation type dunes, where Coos Bay is more of flat trail, lots of trail riding in the sand. And then you can also ride, from what I hear, you can actually ride the coastline as well. You can actually get, if you choose to do so, you can actually put your vehicle in the Pacific Ocean. But I'm sure that salt would just tear your vehicle apart. Yeah, so since Hobbit is gone, I am going to do some free advertising for myself. Here in an hour, we are going to go live on my channel, open up the live chat for an hour. I got some music playing, got some pictures that are on a little slideshow. That will be about an hour to let folks get in and start chatting. And then we will start the live show at the talk show at 5 p.m. Pacific time zone. And I'm actually going to be interviewing Hobbit on the hobby of hunting. So, oh, he's back. Yeah, so Oregon's a nice place to ride. A lot of sand, a lot of coast riding. Do I watch Red Beard's Garage? I've watched a couple garage shows on YouTube, but I don't think I've ran across that one yet. Chad was asking. So let's see. Hobbit, you're still muted. Yep.
Yeah, I was talking to you and nothing happened.
So you want to hear some laws for ATV riding in Oregon?
Sure.
Okay. So ATVs are considered class 1. Those are quads and three-wheelers, less 50 inches wide or less. So would that make your rig a class 1 vehicle?
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? Read it again.
Vehicles 50 inches wide or less. Dry weight of 1,200 pounds or less.
Yeah.
I think you're above. You're above 1,200. I think you're about 14, 15 maybe. Yeah, use handlebars for steering. So yeah, you don't classify as that. Class 2 would be ATVs, Jeeps and sand rails. Class 3 would be motorcycles. Class 4 side-by-sides. And then let's see. So class 1, your quads and three-wheelers. Supervision, all youth operators under age of 16 must be supervised by an adult. I think that is should be nationwide, right? Do you agree?
Yeah.
Helmets, operators and passengers under the age 18 must wear a DOT-approved motorcycle helmet with a chin strap fastened. So if you're over 18, you can legally ride, I guess, without a helmet.
Yeah. And that's in Oregon, right?
Yep.
Yeah, in Nevada, there is no legal requirement to wear a helmet while operating an
ATV. Chad is asking, if we had any trail rig, what would you have?
Well, that kind of depends.
What kind of situation are we talking about here, Chad?
If we're talking about hunting, it would be a lot different than the sand dunes.
Right. You know, are you going to be out there for a month? Are you just going out there for the weekend? What kind of task you have to complete? I think that would really depend on a trail rig.
With me, if it's hunting, I like your basic ATVs like the Grizzly 660 or the 700. I like the Yamahas because they set lower than most of the others. But Honda makes a good one. But I like my Yamaha 660. I've gotten in places hunting that a lot of people wouldn't have taken other types of rigs. I think if I had to pick one for the overall use, I would go with the 4x4 ATV, like the Grizzly 660 or something comparable to that, because you can always pull the tires off, put sand tires, and you'd be good for the sand too. Where Brian's Can-Am would not be very good for hunting.
I could put a deer on the top.
Yeah, you could, but it wouldn't be good for hunting. Some of the you got to understand it on the land that I hunt. Most of the land I hunt, you don't have to stay on the trail. You can get off the trails and go anywhere you want. So those four-wheelers, good rigs, where I don't think you'd really want to go jumping rocks and tearing it up in some of the places I get my little itty bitty Grizzly in. I know Brian would try, But that wouldn't be a good hunting rig.
Yeah, for me, I'd have to go with the Can-Am X3.
X3.
Yeah, any situation, just go out and have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Go fast, nice and smooth, dependable. Oh yeah.
I'm old. I go putt, 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 but I get there. I think, and I'll have to look. I think I might have well, yeah, I know I got a picture of the grizzly.
Well, hell, if you're going to throw up pictures, I'm going to throw pictures too.
I'm first.
Boom.
What'd you boom on me?
Oh, I got to go that way. DX3.
DX3. Let's see. How about we go like this?
Brooklyn's back there laughing.
Is she laughing at us?
Yeah, she's giggling on a 10-second delay.
Can you see my screen?
I can.
All right. There you go. Can you see that?
Nope. Not yet. It looks like it's thinking.
It's not wanting to share.
It's doing something. Did you do a screen view or?
I did a share.
Yeah, screen view share.
Yeah. Let me see if I can do it this way. La, 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 la. How about now?
There it is.
That's my Grizzly 660 with the wild hog. Black Russian boar.
There you go.
Yeah, look how happy that bearded feller is with his freezer full of pork meat. But that grizzly has packed out a lot of pigs, a lot of elk, a lot of deer, antelope. I've been thinking about getting one of those some stickers that show a pig with the slash through it, like the fighter pilots used to put on the side of their planes, and do that with my grizzly.
There you go.
For every animal I packed out with it.
Yeah, I can do decals.
Oh, I forgot about you.
Everybody does.
I was going to buy them online.
Huh. Good luck.
I forgot you have a vinyl cutter. Brooklyn's probably over there going, oh, he's taking money out of my pocket.
Yeah.
I better get back onto chat so I can see if she says something smart alecky.
Chad's asking if you like your gun boot. He said he has one in his Jeep that he hasn't opened yet.
That one, the only reason I really have that one on there is if I'm going to get into some real hairy spots. It's not that good for hunting because it's hard to get to. If you notice, well, I don't think you can see it because of the pig. I took that sucker off, but I've got rifle rack on the front rack of the Grizzly where it just sits there and I can just pick it straight up, and that's where it is. My rifle is most of the time, but in Colorado, when I go to Colorado hunting, you have to have your rifle in a container, and that's the main reason that sucker's on there. But then I discovered it can go into a gun rug and it go onto my rack on the front too. But I use it a little bit. Keeps the gun safe. I believe mine, the trunk and the gun rack are Tamarack brand, which Tamarack makes a good, sturdy, thick material. A lot of those trunks are flimsy. That Tamarack is tough. And it's always full to the brim with straps and ropes and carabiners and pulleys. And I actually lifted my four-wheeler up into a tree one time. Hung it from the tree just to see if I could.
Yeah, I got to get a winch on my Can-Am.
Yeah, here pretty soon I'm going to put one on the Razor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thanks, Brooklyn.
You're welcome.
What about mine? Do your homework. Where's Grace?
She's probably in her bedroom.
Have you taken the speed controls off of Grace's four-wheeler? The one that I told you about where you get inside? And
no.
Oh, because it'll go really, really fast. You take that one off.
Yeah, I mean, that's for your overall speed. It doesn't do anything for torque. So you actually have, I think I don't remember what it's called, but there's like a little computer, Claude probably knows. But you have to replace the computer to get it to go higher RPM.
Okay.
But yeah, overall speed, then yeah, you can take that ring out of the clutch. But
looks like Chad's got himself a muzzle loader he wants to sell. I've got about 4 of them. And I'm probably going to have to buy another one because Idaho has what they call the primitive laws. So you can't use pellets. You have to use powder. No scopes. The cap has to be visible. You can't use the 209 primers. You got to use percussion caps. So that's a whole new gun. It just breaks my heart. I have to go buy another one. Hey, drone's on. Hey, drone.
Yeah, he's saying the CD box is a rev limiter. So
CD box.
Yeah, Grace has got a little Arctic Cat 50 four-wheeler. And yeah, she's about ready for a little bit more power. So here in town, I think it's in town, they're selling a little 80 that we're kind of looking at.
You think she's ready for an 80?
I think so.
Grandpa started keeping his eyes open.
Yeah.
I think Brooklyn's probably going to need a faster one here pretty soon.
Yeah, she's pushing the limits on it. That's for sure.
She was last time I was riding with her, she was doing jumps. So she needs a hot rod.
Yep, she better start mowing some lawns.
Get her homework done.
Get her homework done, like Chad said.
Chad's been cracking the whip.
So, yeah, old drone, he does some four-wheeling.
Yeah. No, he's got all those trails around the house. He should.
Yeah, up there on the private property that he helps manage.
Yeah, Rob has not responded to any of my texts. So they must be making him work.
Now, hopefully he's here before 5.
He said he would be. It'll be 4 his 6 his time, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I told him to be an hour early so we could get things set up. So he said he'd make it.
All right, I'll be back in a sec.
All right, I'll take over. Yeah, we were just bored. We were texting each other back and forth, and said, well, why don't we get on and do a talk over the beer show about, and when we got on, we decided we'll talk about four-wheelers and sand dunes. That Bigfoot's eating apples. Love those apples. And I saw a Bigfoot jerky commercial today, so I started giggling. It made me giggle. So, Drone, if you're still there, I showed Chad a picture of my grizzly. I'll pull it up and put it on the screen behind. It'd be a lot easier that way. There's my grizzly. And it's kind of hard to see, but we got us a pig, a black Russian boar. Blasted him, loaded him up, cut him up, and put him in the freezer. Oh, that's some good eating, that wild pig. Okay. Move your lawn as steampunk? What's steampunk? So am I, Drone. People that eat tasty animals. Oh, they're good eating. I had a couple hams smoked up one year and we had them for Christmas. Oh, yep. People that eat tasty animals. I'm a member also. I got all kinds of good eating in my freezer. I love my hunting. Yeah, my niece is on. Yeah, she wants to tell a hunting story. Why? Because my shirt's all loosey. You want to see?
I can see your face.
I'm getting ready for hunting season, man.
I love it. And I love your hat.
Yeah, isn't that a cool hat?
Mm-hmm.
Chad, Drone, Sandy is my sister-in-law. She's my sister. And this is the trucking company right here. She's at work, I can tell right now. So, yeah, we've been talking to her, trying to get her to go with us to the sand dunes and just have some fun.
Yeah.
And
I'm in.
You're in, cool. And on the chat, Brooklyn says, hi, Aunt Sand.
Hi, Brooklyn.
She's behind Brian's screen doing her homework because Chad told her to get her homework done.
What's your background right now?
This is my house.
I've been to your house. I mean, I didn't know you were building up.
Yeah. This is my townhouse. Let me show you my my vacation home is right here. This is my vacation home. And Chad says, hi, Sandy.
Hi, Chad. Where do I go and type? If I'm going to type, where do I type?
If you want to go and chat with them, you go to YouTube. Do you have a YouTube channel?
Okay, let's see. I can push this little button where it says share content.
No, you have to have a YouTube channel. And
I'm live on YouTube, it says.
Yeah. But you have to have a channel of your own to be able to do the texting, the chat.
Okay.
We'll get you set up here for that. See if we can get Brian walk you through it, because you'll want to have that for the show that is going live in 1.5 hours. See, this is just the pre-show.
And that's why I wanted to come on and not be like a total doof. I'm just a half doof.
Half doof. We were just, Brian and I were bored, and we just figured to jump on. Chad and Drone Effect says hi also. Says hello, sister-in-law. Drone Effect does those drones.
Oh, okay.
Professionally. So anyway, Yeah, as soon as we get off here, I'll give you a call and walk you through on how to get your chat channel going.
Okay. So I have dinner with a girlfriend in Orland at 6. What's the scoop on the light?
We're probably going to be on for
An hour.
Who knows, hour
or
and
more.
a half.
Okay.
But
Brian,
you'll be there for the start.
Are you drinking a Bud Light, Brian?
No.
No, ma'am.
Oh,
It's a Pepsi.
Pepsi.
I hid what I was drinking.
Yeah, whatever.
Did you see the channel name?
YouTube X Country Adventures.
No, the Hobbits channel name.
Oh, no, I you guys need to school me in some of this. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Again, like I said, I got a new phone and I'm using the phone right now instead of the computer like I was before.
Oh, you got a new phone, but the number's the same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you destroyed your camera on your other phone, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the channel that you were on is mine right now, and the title is Talk Over a Beer. So we just talk over a beer. But you're at work, so.
Well, I may, when you do your 5 o'clock again, because I'm going to dinner with the girlfriend at 6 in Orland, I will need to leave by about 5:30, 5:45.
Yeah, no worries.
But I want to be on there when you start.
Yeah, you can actually crank it up on your phone and listen to what we're talking about while you're driving.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
And you could watch the show at a later date.
Yeah.
Right. And I asked Frank about that, but I told him today, I said, usually I've been trying to be a good girl and go work out on Wednesdays at 5. And I said that I've missed for far less important reasons. So I didn't make it to Chico today. I had so many other things to do.
Yeah.
You know, we're in the middle of harvest. So, well, harvest is starting.
I think
things are getting crazy.
Fun. Crazy means good, though.
Yeah.
I think Tisa might be on listening. I'm not sure. Because she texted me and asked for a hunting story. But I told her, Tisa, text me if you're on.
Hey, guess what?
What?
Rob's at home.
How do you know?
Because he's playing Cuisine Royale.
Oh, the butthead.
He's home?
Yeah. Rob?
I'm going to text him. Rob doesn't understand computers. He's a lot less than I do. And it's going to freak him out that we tracked him down.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I get a notification when he's playing.
There, I'm going to set you here on my laptop. There we go.
There you go.
I don't have to hold it.
Okay, I just sent it to him. So now he's going to be looking over his shoulder.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Anything you need from Cabela's?
Oh. Yeah, whole bunch of stuff. Ooh, nice blouse.
Brother, really? The pictures of the food you've been sending me? I'm like, how in the world does someone lose weight eating that food like that? No, you look great. You really look great. I just want you to know.
Thank you. Chad is asking, who's that picture behind you? Yes, it is. We're on the West Coast. We're hunters and fishermen, and I can't take anything down. This is Tony's desk that I'm sitting at. So for you guys that don't know, Sandy was married to my brother. We lost him in March. So we're going to leave things the way they are until we're used to it, right? Till we can get past it. And we don't talk politics. We don't talk religion. We just talk about drinking beer.
Drinking beer. And adventures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We learned the no politics, the no religion stuff from Drone Effects when we were on his channel. He's got a real strict policy.
Hey, Brian, remember.
Chad says it needs to be in a frame.
I know. Isn't it tacky to just tack his picture up?
Only if it was bigger. Brian, Rob says he's at a doctor's appointment.
I wonder if is a boy that's playing.
His boy don't touch his computer, as far as I know.
Someone is playing on his computer.
I'm going to tell him. Someone is logged on the game.
So Hobbit, guess what I learned today?
What'd you learn today?
If Claude off Drone Effects, if he hits 1,000 subscribers in the next 2 months, he'll put his steampunk outfit on, which is a hat, the round glasses, and jacket, and go out and mow his lawn.
That's what he was talking about.
And
he'll do it live.
Sandy has done steampunk parties.
Yes, I have. I went to a steampunk theme wedding.
All right. So we got to get him the view.
So much fun.
We got to get him the subscribers so we can see that, right?
Yeah, I was going to wait until maybe like 2 months into our show so we can build our subscriber base.
Right.
And then we'll bring him on the show.
Okay.
And he can talk about his adventurous trips out on his bike. And then we will we'll tell everybody the story of him dressing up in steampunk and mowing his lawn. So maybe we can get him that jump that he needs.
I tell you what, if I can get 1,000 subscribers in the next hour, I will hunt pheasants naked.
And you're gonna live stream this?
Yes.
Oh God.
I think I'm safe. 1 hour, counting down now.
Oh,
3:32.
Goodness.
You know how many thumbs down you're gonna get on that video?
Oh yeah, pretty much.
That's the vote of confidence from your son.
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder.
Please no. Dad, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
We're going live, Rob.
Chad said, let me scrounge up some people.
I'll be home in about 15 more minutes.
Okay, we were just telling you somebody's on your computer on the game under your name.
Well, that's probably Seth or Emma.
Okay.
So,
don't get excited.
I'm not, but you've been texting me. I've been in a doctor. I haven't been able to text you back.
Oh, I see.
So.
Okay. I think he was a little mad at me.
Like, get off my back.
Yeah. Oh well. So we Sandy, you need your own show too. So we all come and talk about you want needlepoint and ironing. You're gonna smack me when you see me, aren't you?
My two favorite things to not do.
To not do.
To not do.
Needlepoint and ironing.
Well, there you go.
Sounds like fun.
No, that sounds like no fun at all. Hello?
Oh, she's on the phone.
Okay, have a good evening. I love you too. Bye.
Oh, that's a pretty good outfit there. You call the office and you get I love you too.
That's Sabrina, my cuz.
Oh.
We love each other.
Chad says he likes your screen.
Her birthday is tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I saw the pictures of your I know it doesn't have anything to do with sand dunes and four-wheelers, but I saw the picture of you on your trike, your Harley trike, going on your big ride. Was it fun?
With my bitches. Oh, can I say that?
No.
Sorry. With my girls.
With your girls. There you go. Did you have a blast?
Yes, I had a great time.
Good.
It was a lot of fun.
Good.
A lot.
Excellent.
I love it. I love that trike.
Cool. Yeah, I've got my Royal Star Venture in storage right now. I'm gonna have to pull it out and change all the oils and get it going so we can go on a ride.
Yes.
There was one of your girls had a maroon colored bike.
That's Melanie.
That's the color of my Venture.
Oh,
my Yamaha.
Yeah, we teased her. We kept saying one of these things are not like the other. Well,
yeah.
then they kind of went, well, we could sing that about you too.
Yeah.
And then our friend Deanna has a Yamaha, so they're like, we could sing that about her too.
Yeah, she was my favorite because I got a Yamaha also.
Oh yeah, she said when she went to buy her bike, that was exactly what she was looking for.
Yeah. That's what I did. I did a lot of reading and research, and it was the Yamaha Venture that I went for. But of course, I still store my Honda Shadow at Brian's house.
The Honda Shadows at Brian's.
And I was thinking, you know what I should do? I should get the oils changed on that one and get it licensed back up, and get me a storage shed so that when I come there on 4 wheels, we can go for a ride in 2 wheels.
Well, you don't need a storage shed. I have a storage shed.
Oh, well, there you go.
You can store it here.
Cool. I'll have to get that sucker up to par so we can just take off and go on a ride when I show up.
Do you need a Grizzly?
I have a Grizzly. And it's identical to the one you got.
Yeah. I hate for it to just sit, but
yeah,
it's also one of those things where you're like, can't just go anywhere.
Bye, Brooklyn. Brooklyn on chat said, see you guys tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Bye. Chad says to tell Sandy I like her green screen the most.
My green?
She looks behind her.
That's actually, Chad, her office. See, Brian and I have green screens so that we can put.
Oh, you can fun it up.
Yeah,
this is my office, Chad.
See, this is what is actually behind me.
Right, and then you can float in there whatever you like, so people.
Yeah, if you don't have this green screen, it does all this kind of stuff.
So I have to do the green screen.
No,
if I want to do fun stuff, but I like my cabin look.
Yeah.
Here, look. How about this? How's this gonna float?
Oh, there you go.
Data Jefferson.
I like it.
For you guys that don't know, there's a movement in Northern California to start a 51st state called the state of Jefferson, because all of the liberal people in LA, Sacramento, San Francisco pretty well control everything in the state, right?
Yeah, we just want to branch off from southern,
right?
More southern.
Because Northern California isn't getting any representation.
No.
None at all.
There's too much rural area, and
yep.
Yeah, you kind of get the.
And if that would happen sooner, I might move back. But half my guns are illegal in California right now, so.
That's funny.
Oh, and just to let you know, you see that mic in front of Brian's face? Right there?
Yeah, I saw it.
It's a pretty fancy high dollar mic, and he talked me into getting one. So mine is right here, right out of frame, but it picks up everything. I sit here with my earbuds in, and I listen to noise of stuff being moved down the hallway.
Can you hear mine?
Yep.
You hear the shot?
Yep.
Well, the door's open. Let me shut it.
Only when you talk.
Oh, okay, but I'm gonna shut it.
Oh, she slammed that door.
Yeah, she slammed the door.
I told him, you shut up. I'm online.
I'm having fun.
I'm YouTubing.
So my ghost is in the other room moving stuff around while I'm out here talking.
Cereal.
Yeah, I can hear stuff moving in my bedroom. Every once in a while, I'll jump up and go down there to check it. And I asked Rob and Brian both, why the heck doesn't, if she wants to move stuff around, how about doing the dishes or vacuuming?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah. So, oh well.
So she's still hanging out there.
Yeah. She and see, I'm so deaf I don't hear it normally, but when I'm hooked up with my earbuds and my mic, now I'm hearing it, and she's constantly doing stuff. So, oh well.
Oh well.
Oh,
you know,
well.
what do you do?
Yeah. Well, it's getting pretty close to we need to get off of here and start preparing for the Brian's live show. And just to let you know, his first show, yeah, look at Brian.
Bink, bink, bink.
That's
bink,
where we're going.
Bink.
It makes an old man. Go ahead.
Is that where I need to go to that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
that on YouTube.
Just before 5 o'clock. You betcha.
Search.
And it makes an old man feel proud when his son starts a new talk channel, and guess who he picks to be his first guest?
Sandy,
his daddy.
You're gonna be on tonight.
I am.
I just got bumped.
I'm super excited. I am very proud of my nephew. I think this guy's a super smart guy, and I look forward to participating in this for a long time to come.
Yes, it's something to do, especially when the weather's bad.
Well, and it's better than
sitting alone
watching crappy TV.
Yeah.
Well, and that's where we kind of based the channel, because the channel started out just kind of documenting our trips, and we've met so many cool people out on our adventures, so we want to start bringing their stories to the audience.
Yeah.
And I didn't really realize until I think it was 3 years ago, I made a decision to shut the TV off, stop playing video games. And I did that up to, I think, 2 years. And all the adventures and all the stuff that we did by just shutting off that TV, it's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing when you don't get me wrong. I watch probably too much TV, but it's usually on Investigation Discovery. Because I really like those murder mysteries, but I like the real stuff, not watching.
Well, next week we have a metal detecting expert on.
Yeah, I was reading that. That sounds very cool.
Well, Brian is pretty smart, and it's because he got all my genes. Hey, Rob, Hailstorm, how are you?
Hi, Rob.
Hello, Sandy. How are you?
Rob, you're all done playing video games?
Hi.
It wasn't my computer. There's nobody here, dude. So I don't know if maybe I got hacked.
Yeah.
Rob,
somebody signed on your account.
But
I
Sandy,
love your cabin.
Thank you. I know it's pretty nice, huh?
It's awesome.
I wish.
Chad likes Sandy's green screen picture.
Yeah.
It's the real deal.
But he wants
There's
her to
no
put.
faux here.
He told her she needs to put Donald Trump's picture in a frame. Show him more respect.
Yeah.
I'm blocking the Donald.
That's a pretty blouse you got there, Sandy.
Thank you.
You're styling.
Are you on?
See this? These are my wedding rings.
Oh, okay.
I had to, about 2 months ago? Yeah, almost 2 months ago, I got stung by a wasp.
Ooh.
Right on my knuckle, right here on my wedding ring finger. And I knew I have a slight reaction. And so I ran in the house and I did everything I could to get my wedding ring off. It was always snug. I never took it off. Didn't have the reason. Didn't have a good reason. Still don't. But I finally got the ring off my finger, and next thing you know, my hand, I'll show you a picture. It was my hand looked like one of those, like the latex gloves that you blow up. It did. It was so fat, and it lasted for about a week. And I still, to this day, cannot put my wedding ring over my knuckle.
Okay.
So I wear it on the chain with Tony's ring.
Yeah.
And with the little thing Jamie got me that says different things like stupid head and okie
his
doke.
favorite sayings.
Yes, all those things. So I keep that on this chain. And then I put my anniversary rings on my wedding ring finger because I'm still married.
Yeah. Drone Effect says, hello, guys. So he's back on. But unfortunately, we're going to have to get off.
Okay.
And get ready for the big show at, Brian?
The live chat's actually going to start here in about 10 minutes. And that'll go on for an hour. Just gives people time in logging in and talking with other folks that'll be a part of the community.
Okay.
And then at 5, the live show and the interview will start.
Okay, Drone Effects getting off. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Claude.
Bye. See you, Sandy.
And we got to I'll call Sandy and get her set up on a channel so that she can chat.
Sounds like a plan. Am I still there? Oh, I lost you.
No, we can hear you. There you are. Okay.
That Zoom thing's pretty cool. Yeah, call me. Let me know.
All righty.
Okay. All right. Bye.
See ya.
I can't find you on YouTube, dude. I wonder why.
What are you typing in?
I'm in live talk with the beer.
Hey, Rob.
What?
Rob, right here. Rob.
Are you on that,
Rob,
though? It says Frank's the host.
It's going to be in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, but right now you're not, so why can't I find it like last night?
You should be able to find it. You got to search this. Search.
Right. But right now, what you're talking on, are you on Frank's or on yours?
I'm on Frank's.
Right. Why can't I find Frank's on my phone right now?
I don't know.
That's what I'm trying to do, and I'm not finding it for some reason.
Go under your subscriptions.
I am. I'm on all his stuff's up but this.
Well, click on one of his things and then click on his channel name and it'll take you to his channel. And then you should be able to see the live.
Nope.
Okay, how about this? We were going to get off of this one anyway and start up in about 10 minutes under Brian's.
Fine. See ya.
Oh.
Rob? I think Rob's in a bad mood.
He's still on. He just muted himself.
Rob, are you in a bad mood?
Fucking tired. I've been in doctor's office all day, dude.
Oh, that can make you cranky.
But I'll see you in 10 minutes. So I'll go to X country and you'll be on that in 10 minutes. Are you going to send me a code like Frank did? A number?
I already sent you one in the email.
Okay. I'll be there.
Okay. All right, brother.
All right. Bye. Sorry, I'm cranky, man. I'll get better.
No worries. No worries. Understand.
Doctors will do that to you.
Yeah. 4 hours of it.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.
You ready to sign off?
Yeah, let's sign off.
All right. Say goodbye to everybody. We're signing off.
Goodbye.
Be sure to subscribe and to thumbs up and to leave a comment and hit that bell so you know, because we have no schedule on this channel. Talk over a beer. That's what we like to do. All right. See y'all later.